Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Tandorio Aviator watch. Let's start out with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Pagani Design PD 1712, and Greg was wearing my Addy's Dive MY-H6 1000 meter dive watch. I told Grogu that Jody from Just One More Watch won't review Tandorio watches because the name reminds him of Indian food. Grogu said food association is one of his top reasons for loving a watch, and he's having tandoori chicken tonight. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. It comes in this box. The last time it came in a similar style to the Addy's Dive plastic cases. So then we got the instructions, got a hang tag, and that's it. Not much to it. And here's the watch. This is the second Tandorio on my channel. The other was a bronze Captain Willard that I really liked, other than the impossible to use crown because of the crown guards. For that one I spent the extra money for the 4Hz PT 5000 automatic movement. For this one though, I saved $25 and got the NH35 for around $60. There is no reference number, so I've just been calling this an aviator watch as it is aviation themed, but not an actual Flieger, which is fine since not everyone wants a watch used by the Axis war machine. This looks more like something the Allies would have worn. If you count movement, straps, and sterile options, there are 40 versions of this watch. I chose the one I found most pleasing to me, so if you aren't completely sold on looks of this watch, be sure to check out the numerous options presented in the AliExpress ad. The watch is 37.5 millimeters at the bezel, but the bezel is a little bit thinner than the case, and at the case it's 39.1 millimeters. Then we have 48.6 millimeters lug to lug, 12.3 millimeters thick. We have a 20 millimeter lug width, and it weighs 72 grams on the supplied leather strap. Of course, this is the thicker retro strap and not the stitch strap, so I don't know if that would make a difference. We have a brush bezel. And then we have a black dial with no sunburst effect. And then we have a train track chapter ring. And then we have Fotina indices, but white numerals. And then we have white hands. And everything's loomed. And then we have the Tandorio name and logo up top. And then on the bottom we have the government issue symbol, and this is not government issued. So I don't know if you wear this in England though, somebody might be able to say, hey, this is government issued, and take it from you. And there is no date on this watch, and this is an NH35 though, so you're going to have a ghost date. Then we have a screw down crown supplying 200 meters of water resistance. I don't know why we needed 200, but I'll take it. The crown action is pretty good. It unscrews nice. There's not a lot of thread resistance, and it pops nice. And of course, this being an NH35, it hacks. And when you go to screw it back down, the thread action is pretty good. Sure enough, in the review, it was working fine before the review, and now it doesn't want to screw down. Okay, now it's screwed down. Then we have a flat sapphire crystal. Sometimes you never trust these Chinese companies, so I went ahead and tested it, and it is indeed sapphire. And I don't know if there's AR coating or not, but you can see through it just fine. And then we have a solid steel brush case. I really like this case. I think it really looks nice. I like the fact that it's brushed everywhere and not polished. And I just think it has a good shape to it. And if you look at the profile, it just looks nice. Then a case back, we have a screw down. It says all stainless steel, water resistant, 200 meters, sapphire crystal, automatic movement. It doesn't tell you the movement though, because you have a choice between the NH35 or the PT 5000. Then of course, like I said, this watch is powered by the NH35. This is your go-to movement for automatic watches in this price range. It's a 24 jewel, 3 hertz that hand winds and hacks. And it's usually fairly accurate right off the shelf. But we'll put it on the Timegrapher because I spent a lot of money on this Timegrapher, so I might as well use it. Here it is on the Timegrapher. Looks like we're running -6 to -10, which isn't awful. It's only unfortunate though that it's slow rather than fast, because this is a hacking movement, and if you have a hacking movement you really want it to be fast and not slow because it's a lot easier to adjust it. But yeah, it looks good. A little bit of beat error and the amplitude's a little low, but I can live with a -11. I bought the retro leather strap. This is genuine leather and it's very thick and it's a little stiff. This is going to take a break-in period, but I really like the looks of it. You can also get a stitched leather, which I imagine is a lot softer and wouldn't take near as much time to break in. On a pilot's watch, I just love this type of strap, and so I just prefer this much more to the stitched strap, which is a lot dressier. And then we have the keeper, one floating, one fixed. And then the buckle's nice and sturdy. It's very thick. No, the prong is good too. But if I was to keep this watch, I would put it on the deployment class because I just like it on leather straps. I think it really saves the leather because then you're not always bending it to put it in the keepers. And if you do that though, you need an 18mm clasp. But yeah, if you order this on AliExpress, order a 18mm clasp. You will not regret it. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. I think it looks nice. It wears nice. It fits nice. Once again, this strap's going to need a break-in period. And look at that though, I only have 2 notches left, so 8 inches is the best you're going to do without getting another strap. And once again though, that's for the vintage leather strap and not the stitched. I don't know if the stitched one is any longer or not, but no, I like the looks of it. Here we are on the Lume room. The last Tandorio I reviewed had really good hand loom and loom pip. So let's see what they do with the non-dive style watch. As we speed up the time, we see that it is not much, although the white hands and numerals are slightly better than the Fotina indices. I've seen worse, but this is not great loom. What do I like about this watch? Well, I really like the case. I think they nailed the case. It's really nice looking, and I like the fact that it's brushed everywhere. Now, I really like this vintage leather strap. Is nice and thick and sturdy. I think this will last you a long time and it looks nice. And I like the fact that you can get a PT 5000 powered watch for less than $90, although of course this one is an NH35, but it's only $60, which is also a pretty good price. What are my gripes and groans? The mixture of white and Fotina, pick a color. I mean, if you want it to be Fotina, make it all Fotina. It just kind of looks awkward mixed. I wish they would have put a quick release on the strap. That way when you change straps, it just makes it so much easier. Then you don't end up scratching up your watch with a tool. And I just wish the loom was a little bit better. The loom's kind of a weak effort. Do I recommend this watch? Sure, this watch is great, and even if you choose the PT 5000, you're getting a 4 hertz automatic for less than $90. Although if you aren't worried about having 6 instead of 8 ticks a second, the NH35 version is quite nice and will save you $25. This is just a nice looking pilot's watch that wears good and does not cost a lot of money. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Tandorio Aviator watch, and I will be back with another review. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.